Japan won't reopen to tourists, so don't plan to travel to Japan until it is clear. Japan travel ban updates June 24th, 2022. So let's check it out. This is today's agenda. First, I want to talk about North Korean travel style started in Japan in June 10th. Second, I want to talk about the upper house election coming in this July 10th. Third, Kishida said he cannot make a plan for reopening Japan. Last, these are my thoughts, but I want to share what is the trigger about reopening Japan. First thing I want to share is North Korean travel style started in Japan from June 10th. And right now, Japanese media are crazy about chasing those foreign tourists coming into Japan with under the strict restriction. You have to wear a mask, and also you cannot choose your seat at the restaurant. It's all fixed. Do you want to come to Japan under these strict rules about wearing a mask, about the seats? These are rule or manner about wearing a mask in Japan, announced by the Japan Tourist Agency for foreign tourists who coming to Japan from this month. If you don't follow this rule under the North Korean travel style in Japan, you might be kicked out from Japan immediately. Next topic is upper house election. It's coming this July 10th. And a lot of people think that after the election, Japan will might reopen. I also think like that. But recently, I started to be suspicious about Japanese government decision. I start to think that Japan might not reopen soon. Why I start to be suspicious about Japanese government is because of this news. Kishida says he cannot make a plan to reopen. So he's got an interview from the Yomiuri newspaper. I'll put the URL at the description so you can check it out later. And he said that new variant is keep coming up and it's difficult to make a roadmap for reopening. For example, like we will reopen this year. COVID happened 2 years ago. Still, Japanese government cannot make any roadmap about reopening. So I am so disappointed about this, and I'm not sure that Mr. Kishida can make a decision for reopening Japan. So what is the trigger for reopening Japan? These are my thoughts. First, I think that COVID has to be recategorized same as flu. Still, COVID is grade 2, same as Ebola and SARS. So it has to be categorized as grade 5, same as flu. Second, Japanese people have to take off their masks. Seriously. Third, Japan needs a pressure from overseas. So when Japan was reopened, remember this January and February, we announced that the Japan will be reopened for students, workers, and business travelers under quasi state of emergency. Why this happened is because a lot of media from overseas blame about Japan, cruel Japan, that students cannot enter, business person cannot enter, families cannot meet. So Japanese media starts to talk about those issues, and Japanese government decided to reopen the border. And when Mr. Kishida went to Italy, Mr. Draghi, the Prime Minister of Italy, said directly to him, reopen the border. And then Mr. Kishida announced that he will ease the border restriction, same as G7 level in London. And when he come back to Japan, he had a meeting with EU committee, and EU committee also asked Mr. Kishida for reopening Japan without restriction. So for those pressure, he decided to do the monitor tour, which was announced beginning of May, and the monitor tour started at end of May. And he decided to reopen Japan like a North Korean travel style from June 10th. So those reopening the border is always trigger from the overseas pressure. So I hope at this coming G7 end of June, he gonna go to G7 meeting, and hope Mr. Kishida will have a lot of pressure from the other leaders from the other country for reopening Japan. So this is the only hope I can think for reopening Japan. If the G7 member won't give the pressure to Prime Minister Kishida, I think Japan will keep closing the border. This is my thought, so don't take it seriously. And I'm sorry that I'm being very pessimistic, but I'm keep looking, watching, tracing this Japan travel ban issue around 2 years. I start to know about how Japanese government keep running away from this problem. So I hope my thoughts and my guess won't come true. So thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Please write your thought, comment in the comment box. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button. See you guys soon. Bye.